Hey guys, somehow I missed these two problems in the notes, so let's look at them. So first it says, how long will it take a person to run a marathon if they average 6.5 miles per hour? So my question here is how long? So when I answer the question, how long, like how long did it take you? I'm looking for a time. So on my triangle, I am going to cover up my time. So I cover up what I'm trying to find, and I'm left with D on top and S on the bottom. So I'm going to divide. So I've got T equals D over S. Okay, so I need the distance and I need the speed. So they're running a marathon, which is 26.2 miles. So that's my distance. And they're averaging 6.5 miles per hour. So once I've defined my variables, now I am ready to plug it into my equation. So time, when I plug it in, I always want to use my units so that I can see what cancels and what I'm left with. Per hour. So I've got miles on the top and miles on the bottom, which will cancel. So I'm left with just hours. It makes sense that time would be in hours, so that's good. Now I'm plugging it into my calculator here, and I get 4.03 hours, which, isn't record-breaking, but that's pretty good time for a marathon. Okay, let's try one more here. So it says calculating speed practice number 3. How far can I drive in 180 seconds if I'm going 20.8 meters per second? So my question is how far? So if I was going to say how far away is the grocery store? My answer would be 7 miles, which is a distance. So I'm looking for distance. So when I cover up D for distance, I am left with S and T next to each other, which tells me I am going to multiply them. So D equals S times T. So I need to know what was my speed and how long did it take. So I can drive there in 180 seconds if I'm going 20.8 meters per second. Okay, so now I'm going to plug my values in. So I have distance equals my speed, 20.8 meters per second. And I'm going to put that seconds per on the bottom, when I divide, so that I can do some canceling, times 180 seconds. So seconds on the top, seconds on the bottom cancel, and I'm left with meters, which makes sense to me for a distance. So I'm going to plug that into my calculator. And it is 3,744 meters from my house. And notice I always box my answer in when I'm working here just to show this is my final answer. This is what we want to check. So hopefully that was helpful. You guys can watch this again. When you do your homework tomorrow, you're going to want to make sure that you have all 3 parts. So you get a point for equation and variables, showing me what are you going to put in your calculator, and then finally, what's your answer? And always include that unit.